Welcome in, everybody. We've obviously had a little bit of negative news today, but also we have had some positive news as well. We're going to cover it all in this stream. We're going to be live from now till about 5:30 as we sort of build up to the game up against Bristol City, which is going to happen this evening at Pride Park Stadium. Hi, I'm doing a project. Who was the best Welsh player ever to play for the club you support? Cheers. Tom Lawrence or Harry Wilson, I'd say. Anybody else can have their input in the comments as well. Welcome in, Paul. Welcome in, Richard. Hope you're both okay. It's been a decent day for me. We've got a lot of work done. We've seen a lot going off, and I tell you something. We're in a bit of a weird position as Derby County fans because earlier on today we had obviously the news break of Koki Saito not quite going the right way, let's put it that way. And now we've had confirmation of the Lewis Travis news, which we are going to get into in this video. Don't worry about that. So just give me 2 seconds and we will get into everything to do with Lewis Travis. We're going to get into everything to do with that of Koki Saito as well. So let's just get into it. I'm all good, Richard. How are you? Score predictions for today. I'm excited for the game. I'm not too confident though. 3-1 defeat. Maybe. Yes, Lewis, no red top. Absolutely no red top today. Can't be giving Bristol City a little bit of an edge, can we? Best Welsh player, Harry Wilson, 100%. Yeah, I think so. Appreciate that, Richard. Yeah, it's quite a nice kit, isn't it, to be honest with you? So if you're on TikTok or YouTube, if I'm looking over this way, that is the TikTok camera. If I'm looking this way, that is the YouTube and Twitch camera. So those of you that are involved, if I'm looking one way or the other, that is what chat I'm sort of looking at. So what happened with Saito? So let's get into it then. So obviously, as Derby County fans, we got the news last week that Koki Saito, we'd met the evaluation to bring Saito to Derby County, and that was a deal which looked literally like moments away from being done, let's put it that way. And I think many people in the chat who have sort of followed along with it will probably sort of agree that it felt a bit like a formality. But then as the week's gone on and it's dragged a little bit, it's got a little bit less likely for me. And I think with obviously the news of Eze going to Tottenham, and then obviously that deal being taken for him to go and join up with Arsenal now, it's given QPR that money to be able to get that deal done, essentially. And QPR have now matched the bid that we made, which is obviously disappointing as a Derby County fan. But ultimately, if they've matched it, he's probably going to end up at QPR, but we're going to have to wait and see. Have we signed anyone else yet? We have not signed anyone yet, but we're going to get into Lewis Travis in a moment. Score predictions, I'm saying 2-1 for this evening, Jack. That's my prediction. What is yours? So let's talk about Lewis Travis then. Let's get into the positives. A report came out, I think it was just over an hour ago, that Derby County have agreed a deal with Blackburn Rovers worth around £1.2 million to bring in Lewis Travis to Derby County. Now, there is obviously sort of trading reports going that it's going to be 3 million, it's going to be 2.5, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. And ultimately, I don't necessarily think that the real sort of figure will ever come out. I think if we look at it, in my personal... Are you going to the game? Yes, I am, Daniel. Are you? If we look at the deal for Lewis Travis, in my personal opinion, I think that it's going to be one of those where we pay 1.2 million up front, let's say, and the rest is in add-ons, which make it a little bit cheaper for us, sort of short-term and long-term, but we'll sort of see how it works. Saito, too expensive anyway. Travis looks a really good deal. Not sure we really need Max Johnston. Johnston's an interesting one. If we go to a back three consistently, I think it makes sense. If we're staying in a 4, I don't necessarily think we need him, if I'm honest. Bristol City fan, I also think you'll win. We're terrible on the road. I also think you've got a little bit of a soft underbelly. I think if we can get in your heads and get the game going the way we want it, I think that we'll sort of be able to sort of pick up a goal, and then it sort of puts you on the back foot. I think 2-2 draw, will score and concede but grab our first point. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. If Eustace plays Dion Sanderson tonight, I might need to have a word with him. Otherwise, Jason Knight will score a hat-trick. We will see. We will see what happens with the likes of Knight and things like that. Just seeing the Travis news, Dom Dietrich has tweeted it. Where can I find the Saito news? If you just give me 1 second, I will find the initial tweet in regards to Derby County's deal essentially sort of going to the wayside. So just give me 1 second. Where is it? Here it is. Let me just copy that link. Let me post. So that's the Saito news being cancelled to Derby. And if we go, here is in the YouTube chat. We'll find the other tweet. So those of you who are on TikTok, obviously the YouTube chat is a bit easier to be interactive in there. So if you want to get yourselves in there, you're more than welcome to do so. Blackburn have signed a pay-as-you-play replacement. Who have Blackburn signed to replace Travis? Let me know in the comments. Are you going later? Yes, I'm going. Are you? Can't wait to see Ajimang when he is fit, hopefully sooner than later. I think it will be after the international break. What do you mean by Saito? Well, the Saito deal is off. Let's put it that way. He's heading to QPR, Tyler. He's heading to QPR, unfortunately. Let's get into some of the comments over on YouTube. Think in terms of former Derby players tonight, I think all 4 of them will start. Jacobson, Bird, Knight and Roberts. Interesting one with Bird. He's had a couple of injuries, so not entirely sure if he will be starting tonight, but he'll probably be within the squad. Like, share and subscribe, no name to chat. Let's all be positive for tonight's game. Absolutely, Paul. So make sure whatever platform you're on, hit like, hit follow, hit subscribe. Whatever platform you're on, it's obviously really helpful to sort of move the channel forward and things like that. Hey Lewis, buzzing for the game. Did you get on message on X? Yes. I'm going to see sort of how to get everything sort of like onto Spotify and podcast platforms and things like that for people like you that aren't necessarily able to watch at work. So just keep your eyes peeled. Some lad called Musa Baraji, fair enough. Bristol City, LA. Let's see what you do this evening. Do you think Liverpool beat Newcastle? Yes, I do, to be quite honest. If we sign Max Johnston, we've got like 7 players who can play at right back. Johnston, Niambi, Wilson, Ward, Sanderson, Rooney and Langas. Yeah, but I think obviously Rooney, Langas, Sanderson are all seen more as central defenders. I think Ward is going to be a right winger. I think Wilson's going to play on the right as well. So Saito 100% going to QPR. It is starting to look that way, Richard, unfortunately. That is the way it is starting to look. And obviously that's disappointing for us as we sort of move forward through the transfer window. But that just sort of thinks how it's going to go. When is Wilson back? He's back in training now. I think he'll probably play on Tuesday. But I'm not entirely sure. I think he may end up coming off the bench on Tuesday evening. How much did Blackburn agree for Travis? So there's a lot of different rumours in regards to Travis. There's a lot of people saying it's going to be a £3 million deal. There's a lot of talk saying it's going to be about 1.2. There's a lot of people sort of within that region. In my personal opinion, I think it's going to be 1.2 million with add-ons taking it up to 3 million if we get promoted and things like that. But we'll wait and see. Hi Lewis, hope all is good. Do you believe? I do believe it's a shame that Derby are not signing Saito. Please, they're signing Travis. Yeah, it's a bit of a difficult one with Saito. Obviously, we want him. And we all know that. But if he doesn't want to come here, I'd rather have a player who wants to be here than someone who doesn't. And I'm pretty sure everyone will agree with that as well. Have a feeling of one of Jake Rooney or Joe Ward will score today. It's both players' birthday. Yeah, absolutely. Happy birthday for them. Have a feeling we are losing today 2-0. What's your prediction? 2-1 for me is my prediction. The Saito deal is like what happened with Callum Britton, I feel. Yeah, I feel like he always wanted to go somewhere else and we were just sort of there. Travis is agreed. Yes, a deal to sign Lewis Travis has been agreed. Obviously, we are currently awaiting confirmation of that deal to be signed, sealed, and him in a Derby shirt, but we'll sort of wait for that to come across the course of the next few days. I imagine it'll probably come over the weekend. Welcome in, Monty. Hope you're okay, mate. Hi, Lewis. Predictions 2-0 Rams. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I'm on my way there now. 2-0 City win, you Reds. Let's see what happens, Charlie. Let's see what happens. I would have liked to see us sign Nat Phillips. He was brilliant for us. He was. Wilson as a winger or Johnston. I think both could sort of take that step forward into that position, but we'll sort of see how Derby County go. We need to improve the defence because it's less solid than an apple crumble. Agreed. Why is Saito off? So at the moment, as it stands, QPR have matched us and it looks as if he's going to end up there. Sat in Premier and waiting for the game. Hope you're all right, Kian. Wilson, I reckon he'll be a class more attacking in my opinion. Not a chance to Derby tonight. We'll see. 2-0 City, unfortunately. Couldn't agree more. Sat in the Premier and waiting for the game. Hope you're okay, Kian. Why is he going to QPR? He was at QPR last season, so it's sort of got that sort of relationship going between themselves. Hey chat, who is your best manager? I'd say Brian Clough. The best one I've sort of witnessed personally, I'd probably say Steve McLaren, but in terms of obviously Derby County's history, I think Brian Clough is the obvious one to mention. For me, I wouldn't get my hopes upon Travis yet. If John Percy tweets it, then I'll 100% believe it. I'll be completely honest, I think on every sort of move that's going on, you've sort of got to be careful. But it's one of those where if it gets done, it gets done. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But we're going to have to wait and see on that one. Obviously, for me, I really want this Travis deal done. I think it makes a lot of sense. Did Travis have a weird short spell at Ipswich? What happened there? I hope he's a good passer. Really needs someone. So with Travis, he did go to Ipswich when I think it was John Dole Thomason was still in charge. They had a falling out. He moved on to Ipswich, and that was obviously the circumstances regarding that. He's not necessarily the best passer, but in my opinion, is better than Ebo Adams on the ball. So it'll be interesting to see how that develops over the course of the next few weeks once he arrives and things like that. Brian Clough was class. Dave McKay brought in some decent players. Arthur Cox did a great job, and Jim Smith put a brilliant team together. Absolutely. Percy isn't as reliable as we'd all like to believe. Percy was in Mel Morris's pocket. I'm not quite sure the situation right now in regards to that of Derby, with that of what's it called, David Clowes now. Appreciate the follow, Amatia. Not entirely sure how to say that. Fancy choosing QPR over Derby. Part and parcel of football, unfortunately. Travis with Adams. I actually think it'll be Travis with Ozo. I'm not going to lie. Scotty, are you going today? Yes, I'll be there. Need wingers desperately. Absolutely. What's your prediction tonight? I'm saying 2-1 Derby. I think it'll be a difficult game. Do you know, SR? I'm not going to say that in my chat. We need wingers. We do. I predict 2-0 City. Jason Knight and Emil Reese with the goals. Potentially could happen. Has Travis signed? Not yet, but a deal has been agreed. Come on, you Rams. 2-1's my prediction, Max. Come on, you Rams. Travis signed? Not yet. Sheep. When's the Travis going to get confirmed? We'll wait and see. It could happen now. It could happen over the course of today. I think it'll be over the weekend, if I'm honest. What is Mel Morris doing now? He is a director of an AI company, from what I'm aware. My mate is a commentary TikToker and he wants to link up with you and make a video. Get him to message me on X or something like that, DCFCIG. Who do you think's scoring for us? So for Derby, I'm going Carlton Morris and Andy Vyman. For Bristol City, I'm probably going to say Jason Knight, if I'm honest. Do you think Travis could potentially be in the stands tonight? Yes, I think he will be, to be honest. Sorry, forgot Jim Smith. Don't have to say sorry. I hate QPR. I think a lot of people do. War Dog. Since Morris left, Percy's favourite, the coverage of the Red Dogs a bit more. He is a Forest fan, Jack, so that's probably the reason why. What's the lineup for today? 5 at the back, surely. I've heard rumours that it's the exact same team. The only difference is that Jackson is being replaced with Andy Vyman, but we'll wait and see. Sorry, a bit late. What is with Saito and Travis? So that Saito deal looks to be off. He won't be joining. He seems to be going to QPR. They've matched our bid apparently, but we'll wait and see. I'm at work tonight while the game is on. I'm either going to be crying behind the tills or dishing out 3 pints. Go for it, Rude. Go for it. What's SR saying, Lewis? It's something to do with Forest, so we ignore it. Derby County to win tonight. All kicking start the season. Come on, you Rams. Fingers crossed. Where are you working? I'm coming for a free pint. Go on, Paul. Go and get yourself a free pint. Brewster in the squad today? I think so. I'd like to hope so. Where have you heard the rumours about the team, Lewis? I saw a few people talk about it over on Twitter. Doesn't mean it's true, don't get me wrong, but we'll wait and see. Let's see. If Max Bird scores, I know start celebrating and screaming, I'm going to rage. You absolutely should, Jason. Jake Rooney to start today. If I was manager, I'd start him, but I'm not the manager, so we'll have to wait and see. Be a really tough game against Bristol. It will. They're a very good side. Is Eustace doing well? Start of this season, not necessarily, but overall, yeah, I think he's doing quite well. Travis is joining. He is Zach. Don't think he'll celebrate, surely. You'd hope not. Appreciate that, Ethan. Could Saito still join? Yeah, there's always a chance because the deal's still in, but we don't know. Who's in goal? What's your thoughts? I'm saying Zeta strong. Predictions, 2-1 Derby. Rooney got to start. In my opinion, yes. 2-1 Derby, DCFC, Ethan, Rian Brewster. Let's get him on the pitch. Are you going to the game? Yes, I will be there. Should be a class game. You read. Score prediction 2-1. I'm scared tonight. Pecked by the Robins. We'll wait and see. We could go for Dean Garner. No, we could go for Dean Garner, but it depends sort of what the financial position is. I know we had an option for Saudi, but that deal isn't sorted yet. What stand you sitting? I'm in North, mate. I am. Come Spoons, I'll sort you out, pal. Paul, that's you sorted. Get yourself into Spoons and go and find Rui. Really worrying our winger situation. Saito, big blow. It is a big blow. It's a massive blow. But there's always other wingers out there for me. If we've bid, say, 5 million, there's massive opportunities for us. If Sanderson starts, I'll start ripping my hair out. I think you're going to be ripping your hair out. Spoons, Babington Lane. Let him know, Rui. Let him know. Chat, give me your most underrated Derby player ever. Mine is a bit of a rogue one, Corey Smith. Do you know what? I actually agree with that. I think Corey Smith was incredible. What do you think is our transfer budget for the rest of the window? If we bid 5 million for Saito, then surely we have around 10 million left. Would be crazy. It could potentially be that, if I'm honest. Which team in the FL? Yeah, Stoke for me as well, Access. Kamil Uzviak on a 3. Anything but Kamil Uzviak, if I'm completely honest. Brewster starting, I doubt it. Ajimang FTBL. Travis unveiling hopefully could happen. 3-1 Bristol, let's see. Raksaki on loan will be class, I'd take that. East lower for Harry, decent. I love a bit of the East stand. Can Ajimang play next week? He's back in training next week, not sure if he'll play. I think we should sign Lewis Billington. Maybe a good option. Van der Laan underrated. Yeah, there's so many underrated players in our history. Brewster starts there. I don't think he'll start. I think he'll be on the bench, if I'm completely honest with you. To be quite honest. QPR for Travis next, knowing our luck. You never know, do you? Richard Keogh, he was a disaster waiting to happen. Keogh was I know people are going to sort of disagree on this, right? But Richard Keogh was such a good player. Like, he gave his heart, he gave his everything, but we should have moved on from him a long time before everything happened, in my opinion. If Brewster starts today, if Brewster starts playing on the wing, yeah, I think he'll be on the right if Brewster starts. Predictions, Sunderland-Burnley, I think Sunderland 2-1. What wingers would you go for? There was a lot of talk of Lewis Kumas, but he seems to be going to Birmingham now. I'd realistically go out and get a Cade Gordon, a Tom Lawrence, Grady D and Garner. Go and get, we need to get someone who's played at the level, who knows what they're doing. Appreciate the follow, Ethan. Hope you're okay, mate. Hope you're getting on all right. Don't think Brewster will start tonight. Think he'll be on the bench, but won't come on. I think he'll be on the bench. Yeah, I agree. Graham Shinney, the GOAT for me. Graham Shinney is definitely like Ebo Adams. Appreciate the follow, DCFC Ethan. Welcome in, mate. Lawrence, Sayoto and Gordon, hopefully. Sayoto deal looks to be off, but we'll wait and see. Appreciate the follow, Toby. Welcome in, mate. Really don't see Carlton Morris being dropped for the rest of the season. How do you see the striker situation developing? I think we're going to end up playing the 3-5-2, if I'm completely honest, Access. I think it's going to be what's it called? I think it's going to be Morris and Ajimang, but we will wait and see how that develops. Lewis, I think I've said this before, but I sit in the north stand too. I've got mates who sit in other stands. Yeah, same here, Richard, same here. Chris Martin's still available on a free. Is he like 37 now? Do you know who Lewis Billington is? I'm not going to lie, I don't. I ain't going to lie to you. We need to be using Bruce as a winger. Too many strikers. He's got more quality than Jackson. I don't disagree. I think he'll be playing on wide right or as that number 10, if I'm completely honest. I have a season ticket South Stand upper. Decent. Derby tier soon. Going to get peppered. We will wait and see. Are you going? Yes, I will be there. Score prediction. I'm saying 2-1 Derby. We've got to go for a winger. Who would you go for? Grady D and Garner. I think he's on a free. Get him in now for the international break. But genuinely, I think that there's a huge opportunity for us. If the Saito deal isn't going to get done, then we'll obviously have to wait and see what happens. Chris Martin wouldn't return to Derby. Probably not. Martin's out with a knee injury, so I wouldn't be surprised if we sign him. Makes sense. Chris Martin has had his day, Mark. You're absolutely correct. Another underrated player for me is Bielik. No one really rated him and he was always injured. I never used to rate him. Do you know something? I always rated Bielik. I always thought he was good. The problem was he was just always injured. Yeah, make sure your dogs are fed, Paul. Make sure your dogs are fed. Dwayne Holmes underrated? At points, I'd go with I'd get Lawrence in if we can. Jackson out of the team, I beg. Maybe. With 3-5-2, when playing wingers, they have to get back and they won't be getting forward. Yeah, I think it'll be Wilson one side, Elder the other, and then Beck when Beck's fit, or on the right-hand side, Johnston, if we do end up signing him and things like that. I hope Jackson doesn't start. Rumour is that he's not starting tonight. It will be Andy Vyman, but I'm not entirely sure. Travis unveiling before kick-off, fingers crossed. Roman Essay from Palace on loan. He's been in and around their first team though, hasn't he? So I don't think that one will happen, if I'm honest. Derby have agreed a fee for Travis. We absolutely have EB. What the fee is, who knows. Wilson involved today. How much are we getting Travis for? So the rumour is 1.2 million, but obviously everyone's having their sort of opinion, saying 3 million this, 3 million that. We'll just have to sort of wait and see how it progresses for me. Patrick Roberts on loan, wouldn't be opposed to that. Owen Beck for the left-hand side, spot on, Scotty. We need to sign Brownhill, perfect for us. I'd love Josh Brownhill, I just don't think it's realistic, to be quite honest with you. I always thought Lawrence was massively overrated. At times he was, at other times I felt he was hugely underrated. Imagine if we score another direct free kick tonight from another tight angle. Let's wait and see. Lawrence had spectacular moments that saved him, otherwise he was a weak player. He was very much a 50-50 player, wasn't he, Tom Lawrence? Very much someone who sort of divided opinion, similar to Keogh and players like that as well. Patrick Roberts on loan would be a mint. Is he still at Sunderland? Because I think that's actually a possible deal if he is. 1.2 million is a steal, absolutely is. Looks like Saito is going to QPR. Yeah, that seems to be sort of the talking point at the moment. Yeah, the add-ons, Zach, take it up to about 3 million apparently, but it depends on if you get those if you hit those add-on markers essentially. How do you think we'll line up with Travis, Adams, Ozo, Ajimang, and Morris? I actually think that if we play a back three, I think the midfield three will be Travis, Ozo, and Vyman. Or Clark as the 10, depending on the situation. If we play a 4-2-3-1, I think you may go with Adams for that extra bit of stability. But we'll sort of wait and see, because he might have different opinions on the way to play Travis when he joins us. Most underrated player for Derby, Keogh and Kazim Richards at times. Yeah, Kazim Richards came with a huge target on his back. But we will wait and see if we can find another one this season. Lawrence was a lazy bugger about 70% of the time, but once he decided to turn up, he was undroppable. Spot on, absolutely spot on, Jack. And we saw that during the administration season. He was on another level. He was an unbelievable player that season, and I don't think anybody can sort of talk down his opinion or anything like that. Are you wearing that shirt to the game, Lewis? No, I won't be. Would you take prime Chris Martin or prime Vidra? Martin every day of the week. Chris Martin every day of the week. Do you think you're going to stay up? Yeah, absolutely. Once everybody's fit, we won't be a problem in this division, in my opinion. Richard Stearman, so underrated. If Richard Stearman could have run, it would have been fine. Festi Ebeselli, what a player. Yeah, Ebeselli was unbelievable. What's happening with Conte or nothing new? There's nothing on Camille Conte, unfortunately. Looks as if that deal's probably sailed by, if I'm completely honest. Looks as if he'll probably end up in like League One or something, to be fair to you, which is probably a better move for him long term. Dean Woodins agrees with the Chris Martin call. Obviously, you can all have your say on that as well. But we are in a very, very good position for me. Like, if Derby County win tonight, we're all good. We're all good. But obviously, there's many different things that can happen tonight before Derby County take 3 points. Malcolm Ebioe, don't know how you spell it, has had a crazy downfall. I don't necessarily think it's been a downfall for me. He just hasn't had the football. And I think the loan spells that he got weren't at clubs that made sense, if that makes sense. But we'll sort of see how he does at Blackpool. He seems to be doing all right at the moment. Played a couple of games. Are we linked with any centre backs? No, not at the moment. Up the Rams, welcome in, Jack. Hope you're okay. Have any of you seen Derby players in random locations? I've seen Kazim Richards in Oxygen across the road from Pride Park. Scott Loach at Moor Farm. Appreciate the follow, Jack. Hope you're okay. Scott Loach at Moor Farm when I went to watch my cousin play in a tournament. I think Scott Loach helps coach the academy goalkeepers at Derby, so that's not surprising for me. I saw Kazim Richards in B&M, saw Craig Forsyth in B&M as well. B&M seems to be the spot for Derby's players. Appreciate the follow, Liam. Welcome in, mate. Hope you're all okay. I reckon we get someone like Nathan Redmond on a free. Maybe. Tom Lawrence, if he could drive without being drunk, fair enough. Yes, Chris Martin. What's your dream signing for the rest of the window? Okay, to be Josh Brownhill access. Josh Brownhill every day of the week. Let's have a look at the TikTok comments. Are you there later? Where do you sit? I sit in North, Jack. Sit in North. I will be there. Do you realistically think you'll win tonight? Maybe not, but fingers crossed. I seen Caden Jackson at the range. Fair. Are Derby signing that Japanese midfielder from QPR? So he's actually at Lamel, but it was at QPR last season. I don't think he's coming now, if I'm completely honest. Sam Baldock was underrated, did a job spot on. I've seen Harry Wilson in town, Fozzie at Mark Eaton Park. I saw Dave Nugent, Bradley Johnson and another one in the middle of town as well. Seen Keogh in the Derby, and fair enough. Score prediction for tonight, I'm going 2-1 Derby. Saw Caden Jackson in the food court, fair. Do we still have a chance? There's always a chance while the deal's in, but we'll have to wait and see. So is that a strong at Pride Park? North, can't be no good sat there. It's all right. I've got reasons why I'm there. Fair enough. Wish you all the best, mate, even though we are against you. Let's wait and see what happens. I'm not going today, sadly. I'm really ill right now. Hope you feel better soon, mate. Saw Chris Martin in Nando's. Appreciate the follow, Maximus. Saw Waghorn at Mackey's. I walked past Waggy somewhere, but I didn't realise it was him until after. It was when he was back with us in League One. Vidra bagged 21 goals in 40 games in his last season with us. Martin's best season was 20 and 44. Yeah, but Martin also got like a tremendous amount of assists. So, saw Langas at East Midlands Airport 3 weeks ago. Decent. How's Saito, lads? God knows. Spotted Andre Wisdom in Liverpool City Centre. Fair. Seen Erin Cashin at my local co-op. Fair enough. Lewis, have you watched Lennon Wilden's pre-match interview on the YouTube channel ahead of the under-21s? I've watched bits of it. I really like the way Wilden talks. Given Derby County's lack of wide options at the minute, I'd put him in the squad, but it obviously seems as if he's going to play with... obviously seems as if he's going to end up playing for the 21s this weekend, so we'll wait and see. What's your favourite cheese? On pizza. I don't eat cheese. Unless it's on pizza, I don't touch cheese. Derby 3, Bristol 1. Saw Ajimang and Brewster walk into Stoke away earlier this season. Didn't even realise it was them. The amount of times I've walked past a Derby player and not realised it was them until after is ridiculous for me. I think we should get Redmond in on a free. Great player, pro experience, think he's class. I think he'd be a good option. It's just about making sure it's the right option for the squad. Martin held up the play so well, helped link a lot. Absolutely. Saw Ibu in bed with the missus. I'd let him in bed with the missus. Was on the motorway and saw a car with Mount, Wilson and Lawrence in it. I wouldn't want to get in a car with Lawrence, let's put it that way. You Rams, let's go Tyler. I played golf with Waggy and Nugent and Fozzie. Decent, Jack. You must have a decent link up, to be fair then. Saw Tomo in town. Yeah, there's loads of videos of Tomo on the piss after, what's it called? After we got promoted. I saw Fozzie at Smith's a couple of years ago. Fair. I was on the train going to watch England at Wembley. Met Christian Daly and his missus going shopping. Fair enough. Right, everybody. We've got Lewis Travis coming. I don't even know where that came from, to be quite honest. The Lewis Travis deal, we all knew it was going to happen at some point. I just did not know that it would I didn't think it would happen now. I thought it was going to be one that was going to drag on for the rest of the window, if I'm completely honest. Saw Bradley Johnson other month at Mackey's. Fair. He's under 18s coach now, isn't he? He was at Derby when I was at Derby. He was with the under 13s at the time. We've got Lewis Travis. He'll be on the way. When will Travis be confirmed? I think it'll be over the weekend. I hear Derby have changed their name to Derby Rovers. Do you know what? If it keeps us going, we'll be A-OK. What's your day job, Lewis? This is my job at the moment. DCFC Jack, cheers, mate. Lewis, do you live in Mackworth by any chance? I don't, mate. I do not. Lewis, is there any news on Derby and Rover the dog? Who the fuck is Rover the dog? My mate met Didsy at Jumping Fun. Fair. That actually doesn't surprise me, to be fair. Love a bit of Didsy. Didsy's a great bloke. He's now at Barnsley, isn't he? Absolutely smashing it. I used to play football with Bradley Johnson's son. I saw him all the time. We watched my games. Blackburn's mascot. Do you know something? He could be on the way as well, Could be on the way. Do you know, when I was at Derby, I didn't realise how involved, how involved Bradley Johnson was with Derby's academy until I was there. It was decent for me. It's always good to have those ex-pros involved. Your mum was my teaching assistant. What school did you go to, Matt? What school did you go to? I saw Keo when his wife was in labour. And he still stopped me and got a picture. Fair enough. My mate was doing a job for the council, knocked on someone's door, and to his surprise, Joe Ward answered the door. Said he had to ask him for his name, but said didn't need it as he knew who it was. Fair enough. What is going on with Saito? With Saito, it's thingy. QPR have matched our bid, so it looks as if he's going to end up there. Goal hanger, the Derby YouTuber, saw Cocker and Morrison's when he was at Derby. Fair enough. Let's see. Apparently, we're interested in Abu Kamara from Hull. Fair. I'd take if you've seen anything, try and find it on Twitter and tag me in it, because that'd be a decent move. If I'm completely honest. Yeah, that is right, Matt. You were. Who was your main teacher? Who was your main teacher, Matt? Is Scott Twine going to play today? Who knows? I have him in EFL Fantasy. If he's fit, I imagine he will. Brother saw Johnny Russell when he first joined us in the sports shop across the road buying clubs. Fair. Do you go to the Merlin before the game? Because I'm guessing not, because you're struggling. Yeah, I don't, mate. I don't know. Do you think Derby's bad start to the season is one of the reasons? No, I don't think it has anything to do, if I'm completely honest. Saw Beckham in Waitrose. Fair enough. What is going on with Saito? Essentially, QPR have matched our bid and he seems to want to go there, which obviously, as a Derby fan, if he doesn't want to be here, I don't want him here. It's as simple as that. So yeah, I think he will. I'm sure some people are unintentionally going to dox you. No one needs to know where you live. Yeah, no one needs to know where I live. And I'm not going to tell anybody where I live. If people know where I live, fair. But no one's got close yet. Bristol to win, fair. Prediction, I'm saying 2-1 Derby. Saw Barry Bannon outside Mackey's in Nottingham last year, fair. 3-0 Bristol City tonight, easy win. It might well be. Lewis, what wingers should we look at? Dean Garner, Nathan Redmond, Tom Lawrence, Cade Gordon. There's loads of options out there, and that's not even looking abroad, to be fair. Going later, yes, I'll be there. Do you think Rami might start on the wing? I'd start him at right centre half. Derby going to get relegated this season, losing 2 games of the season. Yeah, we're not. 1-1 written all over it. Maybe I put a bet on Derby today. What, for us to win, mate? Do you reckon we could put Ajimang on the wing and bring another winger in, Morris at the 9? I think if Ajimang plays, it'll be 2 strikers, if I'm honest. When are you putting your matchday vlog out, and are you doing a stream after the game or tomorrow morning? I'm going to go live as soon as I get back from the game, and then I'm going to get home, edit the video, get it uploading, and then while I'm uploading, I'm going to go live for like half an hour before the video goes live. That's my plan, Richard. Are you doing a watch along for Arsenal Leeds tomorrow like you said you might do yesterday? Yeah, I think I'm going to. I think I'll come on so that we can go through all the scores and stuff from the day, see where Derby County is sitting and things like that. Wait, have we fully signed Travis? We've agreed a fee, Derby Baller, we've agreed a fee. Can't believe no one snapped up Dean Garner yet. He's got loads of options. I'm surprised too, to be honest. Best player spotting has to be spotting Langas at East Midlands Airport. Yeah, decent. What is the likelihood we sign Koki now? Probably about 30%, to be quite honest. Where did I get to over here? If we win, then Bristol will have been rammed by the Rams. They will. Yeah, you will get relegated. What happened last Saturday? One bad game. And it wasn't even a bad game. We were just defensively sloppy. Lewis is the goat. Appreciate that, Max. Watching it on Sky tonight, fair. Ajimang back just before international duty so he can play for USA and get injured. I doubt he'll go, if I'm honest. I think we'll keep him. It'll be Ajimang and Morris up top like it was with Morris and Jackson with Ajimang. Yeah, that's my opinion too. Yeah, for us, Carter Morris to score and over 5 corners, decent. Travis might be unveiled at 7:55 tonight. We will see. Yeah, we'll get relegated. What happened last Saturday? Defensively poor, losing 5-3 to promotion chasing Cov isn't bad. Let's put it that way. Play Ward wing with Morris striker. He'll be loving the crosses. Spot on. It doesn't want to play for us. That's the way it seems at the moment. We desperately need to sign a young talented winger. We do. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Derby Baller. It seems like he wants QPR. Lewis, random question. Have you ever got a picture with Rami? Yes. At some point in my life, I do have a picture with Rami. Will you have Derby Live? I don't have... Will you have Derby Live? I won't be live when the Derby game's on. Do you not have a job, mate? Well, this covers my bills, so this is my job. The definition of a job is something that earns you money. This earns me money. We did the same with Stoke, though. We just give away the game in the last 20 minutes. Yeah, hopefully. I think Eustace will learn now, if I'm honest. Rami playing low. Appreciate the follow, Harry. Welcome in. Would start Rooney tonight instead of Bart, to be fair. I'd start Rooney instead of Sanderson, personally. Appreciate the follow, Alan. Appreciate it, bro. Lewis going to take Granson for a haircut, so see you next video. Score for tonight, 3-1 Derby. Appreciate that, Paul. Welcome in, and I will see you next time. Are you getting chips before the game tonight, Lewis? I 100% will be. Do you know something? I think I will. I think it's on the cards. Kenzo in the 10, I'd take it. Is Brewster going to start? Doubtful, if I'm honest. Silver Thomas looked amazing against us. Yeah, we wanted Thomas last year. It just didn't come through for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. Does it seem like most of our players will be back next week? Yeah, I think in terms of players back, I think after next week, the only ones we're waiting for is Ibuka, Blackett, Taylor, and Langas, and then I think everybody else will back. Hold it, 5-3, embarrassing defending and goalkeeper. You conceded 3 set pieces in a row. I'd calm down, mate. Do you sit south? No, I sit in north, mate. Well done. Most of your goals were sloppy goals. Look at the goals we scored. Yeah, all the goals were sloppy in that game. Let's not sort of beat around the bush. It was a sloppy game. It was a sloppy game all round. Still beat you? Yes, you did. But that's part and parcel of football. We beat you 2-0 last year when we were sitting bottom of the table. So, like, it means nothing at this point of the season. Will Kane Wilson be involved tonight? Doubtful, Ethan. Doubtful, mate. How long is Langas? Best centre-back in the league away. I think it's about 3 or 4 weeks. Lewis, apart from Travis and Johnston, any news on other players? No, not at the moment. There's obviously people discussing Abu Kamara, but I've seen nothing of that yet. And to be fair, I think with Eustace is not necessarily that bothered about bringing people in. No one's really helping Carlton Morris up front. We need 2 up there. Yeah, I think Vyman is going to be playing up there tonight. UTC, I'm guessing that's up the Cov or up the City maybe. Lewis, don't be harsh, he's a Cov fan. Yeah, I know, he's got a difficult life. He's watching Frank Lampard football. All out attack, no defending. Come on, Derby, absolutely. Sanderson can't play, honestly, mistakes all the time. You're not wrong. It'll be weird seeing Cashin play against us this season. He's at Birmingham now on loan from Brighton. Yeah, it will be weird, but I don't even know if he'll start, to be quite honest with you. Wait, is Ajimang back? He's back in training next week, I believe, Derby Baller. Back in training next week. But we've got to wait, essentially, for him to be fit enough to play, if I'm honest. I think there's a possibility he could be involved on Tuesday or next Saturday. But I think if Eustace is smart, he won't. There's no point, if I'm honest. Are you there tonight? Yes, I will be. I will be in the ground tonight. I'll be in the stands. Matchday vlog will be out later this evening. Follow. Appreciate that, Lewis. Appreciate the follow. Yard or 10, best pre-match. I don't really go for pre-match drinks, I'm not going to lie. Think we'll lose 3-1 tonight, but our goal will be from set pieces. That wouldn't surprise me either, to be fair. Appreciate the follow, King. Come on, you Reds. I'm guessing that is from BTFC Twine. Hopefully we score first half because we're in the North Stat. Yeah, fingers crossed. If people want Ibu at the 10, they should be fine with Jackson on the wing. Their attacking output is the same. Yeah, minimal. Minimal. Lewis, when we're at home for cup games, do you go? I don't bother with cup games. Yeah, if we're at home, I'll go. I'm not... but it depends. Realistically, it normally depends on the ticket pricing. Because now I've hit the next age bracket, my tickets are more expensive. But we'll wait and see. 2-0 win. Hopefully, Ethan. Feel Ibu's time is slowly running out with Travis coming in. Do you know something, SJ? I don't think you're wrong. I spoke about it a few weeks ago. I think I'm going to make a video on it for the international break. I don't think Ibu will be at Derby County in 12 months' time. Bristol will get something out of this away game. I reckon they will as well, to be fair. Anyone you'd back for a card tonight? Ibu Adams. Ibu Adams. How do you think Bolton will do this season? Depends if you can keep everyone fit. I think you could be up there challenging top 6, but it's all about keeping people fit and sort of keeping people in the running and stuff like that. I feel Eustace needs to find positions for the likes of Jacko. We saw what he could do last season. Yeah, and his best games came off the left, really. How much editing will you have to do for your matchday vlog? Not much, to be fair, if I'm completely honest. Chuck the clips in, make sure the volume and stuff's all alright, and go from there. I'm predicting a 2-1 win tonight. That would be decent. Lewis, how much is your season ticket? I have a season ticket, but it's not me that pays for it. It's just under 400 quid. It is. What stand you sit in? I sit in North, mate. If you haven't done so already, hit like on the stream. Hit subscribe, follow, whatever platform you're on. Obviously, it really helps the channel and pushes the channel forward and things like that. We are live on twitch.tv as well, for those of you who are wanting to go and follow over on there as well. We will be having gaming streams coming soon enough as well. Let's go over to TikTok then. What's going on over here? Bristol, seen that. Anyone think a defender will score tonight? Matt Clark. If anyone's going to score, it'll be Clark. I can't wait until Langas is back. He's godly at the back. He is. No. What are you saying no to, General? Thoughts on the baseball ground? I'm an Arsenal fan, but love that ground. It was a really good ground. I never got to experience it personally, though. What do you think on Eustace's decision to change your back 5 both games? I don't necessarily think the back 5 is the problem. I think it's just the issue, like our own defensive issues, if I'm honest. How will Selverson do this season? I think he'll be a backup option, if I'm honest. But we'll wait and see. If Morris gets a goal tonight, then I think we can get him to score a lot of goals. Spot on. Won't play that much. Yeah, I agree. Talk about Trav on a post on here so I can use the audio for an edit. I'll sort out something for you, Louis. I'll sort it out for you. Or do you want me to talk about him in the live? Let me know. See, I'd love to be in the North Stand, but it's sold out all the time because of season ticket holders. There's normally spaces. It's just one of those ones. Non-biased score predictions. Non-bias, I'll say 1-1. Bias, I'd say 2-1 Derby. Raksaki on loan would be great. I'd rather play Bobby Clark over Jackson. I honestly reckon 2-1. Louis, let me know when you've started and I'll give it you. Let me know when you've started. I'll give it you. I will. What, Louis, do you have something you want me to say? What do you want me to say? I can say it for you. I can give you what you need. I can give you what you need. Ibu was a waste at Cam. It stops us using his defensive attributes. Spot on. Do you think Saito would come to Derby? Nah, not. I think it's pretty much done now, if I'm honest. How many concurrent viewers have you got on TikTok and Twitch? Twitch is on 2. TikTok is on 35. Just talk about how he's agreed a deal. Appreciate the follow, Christopher. And like to be announced soon. Okay. So, give me. Let's give him his clip. Let's give Louis his clip. You've got to tag me, Louis. You've got to tag me. Right. So, Derby County have agreed a deal to sign Lewis Travis from Blackburn Rovers. After Lewis Travis refused to play for Blackburn and asked to leave, Derby County have now agreed a fee within the region of £1.2 million, with add-ons reaching £3 million. He'll be joining Derby County and being a part of their midfield. Is that good for you, Louis? Does that work for you? Can't wait to lose again tonight. Could happen. You're doing a live stream for the game tonight. I'll be live after the game, mate. I'll be live after the game. Appreciate the heart, Matty. Do you think Max Johnson will end up signed? I think so, yeah. I think we should play Ibu. I think we should play Ibu at Cam and start playing Vyman more. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. I agree with you. Apparently agreed a deal with Sturmgratz for Johnston. We've matched their asking price, I believe. Do you ever just stand in the fridge? Yeah. Cold, class, that, I'll mention you. Appreciate it, tag me. Ibu should play at CDM, yeah. Derby need to work on the defence, yeah, absolutely. What do you record your matchday vlogs on, phone, camera or something else? Let me know. I use my phone. I got a feeling Derby will win today, fingers crossed. You go to game with mates then? Yes, I go to game with I go to game with mates. What a stupid question. You going to the game? Yes, I'll be there. Appreciate the follow, Dan, appreciate the follow. Lewis Travis at Derby, eh? Who'd have thunk it? I think Sanderson isn't great and Kenzo and Osborne have more quality. Yeah, but they play different positions, don't they? So it's a difficult one. It is. It's a difficult one with that one. Feels like a must-win already. I'm not particularly worried, if I'm honest, Jones. What are your thoughts on Sanderson? Not great. But obviously it is still early. It is still very early right now, so anything could happen. Osborne is a waste. He can't play consistently. Yeah, I agree on that. Is Travis good? Travis is good, in my opinion. Random question, but what phone do you have? I have a iPhone. I think it's a 15. I think. Who are we close to signing besides Johnston? Lewis Travis. Kenzo needs to get played forward. We just need to get Kenzo on the ball. Who put the ball in Derby's net? Half of Coventry's team did. I've got you on that one, Mason. Easy win? Nothing's ever easy. I feel like Ibuka could be a decent player, just needs some more experience. Yeah, I agree. I think he'll go out on loan once he's back from injury. Come on, Derby. What time do you usually get to the ground? It depends on the game and what time kickoff is and things like that, but we'll wait and see. You ever give it large? Why would I give it large? What's the point of that? Lewis, how are you? How are night games for you personally? I want to know, I think the night games are better than the day games, if I'm honest. It just gets colder, obviously, because it's darker and things like that. Sun's down, everything. So make sure you're prepared in case it gets a bit chilly. Adam's playing the 10 tonight. The rumour, Alex, is that the only change is Andy Vyman for Caden Jackson. Has Saito fallen through? It seems that way, yeah. QPR have matched us and it looks like he'll be going there. Where do you sit in the ground? North, mate, north. Hopefully we play like we did last year against these, fingers crossed. I think 3-2 Derby tonight. Fingers crossed, Kenzo. I'd love that. What's your favourite Derby moment? Could be a playoffs, could be a game, playoffs, maybe a win. Let's say Leeds away in the playoffs or the season we went up when Stephen Pearson scored at Wembley. Come on, Derby. So Adam's in the 10 then. Yeah, it seems that way, Alex. It does. I think Derby will do better when our injured player starts. Spot on. Ozo goal again, fingers crossed. Feels weird seeing you from a different perspective other than YouTube. Yeah, 2 different camera angles. YouTube over here, TikTok over here. But welcome into the TikTok room. If you haven't followed already, make sure you do. Jackson isn't great at all. We waste a lot of chances. Yeah, he does in my opinion. Red Army, I'm going to assume that you're either a Bristol City fan or a Forest fan. That's going to be my assumption. Sanderson 2 own goals, Carlton Morris hat-trick, fingers crossed. Appreciate the follow. You don't have a name, you're just emojis. So how do you deal with hate? Ignore it. It's as easy as that, really. Do you think Steve Bloom is watching before kickoff, Lewis? I think so over it. I think it needs replacing, but yeah. To be fair, they'd ask you to get your tits out for the lads. To be fair, ZK, you're a bit of a prick. How does that go for you? How does that go for you? Appreciate the follow, Max. Bristol City fan. Yeah, I thought you'd be one of those. Appreciate the follow. B. Harrell. Welcome in. Welcome in. Why have I got a feeling of 6-5 Derby? If we get 6-5, that'd be outrageous. It'd be absolutely outrageous. I wouldn't even know what to do with myself, to be quite honest with you. Saito Ovs wants the London thing. I think it's just that he knows what's going on at QPR. He knows the situation and everything like that. So it makes sense. Let's block that. You can get banned. How do you do this again? Just give me 1 second. Wait, I'll do it in a sec. I'll do it in a second. What is an away day that you so wished you could have live streamed but you couldn't because you hadn't started? Wembley away. Wembley away. Wembley away? It's not even Wembley away, is it? Just Wembley in general. Going to Wembley with obviously both playoff finals that I've been to, with 07 and with how do you repost Goggins edits and look like that? Do you know what, ZK? Do you want to know what the best bit is about you? Right? You're in here earning me money to try and hate on me. It's very interesting because nobody gives a fuck. Literally nobody cares about you. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. Do you think Adjuvan could be an important player? Yes, I believe so. Football is right. It'll be a good game. Yeah, Bristol City Derby always is. Birmingham are the new Derby. Hated Derby fans for years. Now Brummy fans. Ipswich fan. Fair. What's your prediction tonight? 2-1 Derby. Bristol to win 8-0. Fair. If Sanderson starts, yeah. Don't listen to ZK. What team support? Derby County, mate. Derby County. How old were you when Stephen Pearce scored at Wembley when you went to the playoff final? I think I would have been like 4 or 5. I think. Anyone else think Derby going to start winning now and doing well? I think after the international break, absolutely. Like, love to help out small creators then, boy. Well, you're doing a good job of it. You're doing a good job of it. That's all that matters, isn't it? You're doing a good job of helping out the small creators. I think Eustace can take us to the top. I don't disagree. World's biggest Derby fan for real. If that's what you believe. Eustace Barmy Army, ZK go away. He's got the point. United, the team for me, follow the live creator. Welcome in, United. Hope you're having a good day. I imagine you probably watch a bit of the Angry Gin stream. Poster in the back. Yeah, the poster is in the back somewhere. It actually doesn't say biggest, it says greatest, but that's a different thing. Great manager, he knows what he's doing. Yeah, I agree. Glad the Saito deal is off. No better than what we have already got. 3 goals and 3 assists in 39 games. Yeah, but his numbers were great behind the scenes. Do you think Max Johnston will sign? I think he will do. Why people be hating? It's football pre-match talk. Exactly, Dan. Exactly. It's as simple as that, innit? It's just a bit of football talk. If you don't like me, fair fucks. Fuck off. It's as easy as that, innit? It makes no odds. Makes no odds to me. What time are you going to the game? I'll be hopping off live at about 5:30, then head into the game not long after that. It sounds bad, but I really don't want Cade Gordon. We need more quality. I don't disagree. I think worst case scenario, I'd take him. Best football live streamer. It depends if you're talking about directly talking about football. If they do literally just football content, I'd probably say James Lawrence Alcott. But if you're talking sort of any sort of content, I'd probably say Ginge. Adam Parker Brewster has 7 goals and assists in 42 last season. Can't write players up. That's right. Opinion on Saints. I love Southampton. Love Southampton. Ops on Derby today. It will be a difficult game. A very difficult game. Appreciate the follow. Which YouTuber would you love to collaborate with, Lewis? I don't know. I'd love to find a way into like one of the big groups because like there's so many people that get their lifts from that sort of thing. But to be honest with you, I'm quite happy sort of forging my own way at the moment, if that makes sense. Lewis, don't you live with your Marge claiming you have worked for the club when you had work experience in year 8? Didn't do work experience in year 8, ZK. So at least get your facts right. Hating in someone's chat because they're passionate about something they love. They're not hating because of what I'm doing. They're not hating because of my YouTube channel. They're hating because they don't like me. There's a group of people. I've got about 80 people muted on Twitter that are all a part of this like big group chat, and they all sort of like roam between different groups, hating on me. It's part and parcel of the game. It's completely fine. They're like 30-year-old men complaining about it, someone talking about football. So fair fucks to them. Honestly, Lewis, random thing, but I love your laugh. Appreciate that, Richard. Do you watch Bov Boys? It's hilarious. I actually haven't watched their stuff, but I watch them all stream, yeah. What have I missed over on TikTok? Both teams score, but we beat you. You looked awful defensively. Wouldn't surprise me, Henry. Wouldn't surprise me. Callum Fowler, best football YouTuber. I class him more as a TikToker. I don't really watch his YouTube, to be honest. Who do you think will score? Morris will score both for Derby, I think. Morris and Vyman, maybe. Who do you think will win? I'd like to say Derby, but probably Bristol City. Ops on Ebu, technically not great. Everything else is unbelievable. Goldbridge, yeah, he's decent. He's got that Bundesliga thing now, hasn't he? So that'll be good for him. I want to win as it's my mum's birthday yesterday. Fingers crossed for you, Caden. Fingers crossed. To be honest, I'd rather play Brewster on the wing instead of Jackson. Same. Who do you think will sign? I'd like Max Johnston. Obviously, Travis as well. Callum Fowler. Callum Fowler's good. I watch his content. He's good at what he does. So I don't really watch his YouTube stuff, though. More of his TikTok stuff. I want a weird... Yeah, seen that. Who do you... Seen that? We need to play Sanderson and Bart already. They won't be starters, so don't worry about it. It'll be Langas by the end. Viner ain't scoring, I promise you that. He probably will, because we tried to sign him. Ops on Diddy. Who the fuck is Diddy? And we're going to assume you meant Didsy, but I don't know, so I'll wait. Do you rate Bobby Clark? Yeah, when he's fit. As a City fan, not looking forward tonight. You'll be fine, James. I think you'll be fine. Lewis, have you met some of the Rams legends? Yeah. Well, in terms of... Yeah. I have done. Who? I can't remember, but we'll see. Fair play, USU, do you? Yeah, I will. Lewis, what's the most random thing that's happened to you when you've been to the Derby matches? I once sat in the people above me's seat. Probably not that random. Nothing really random happens at the game, to be honest. Once met Paul Jewell. I've met some of the old managers, I have. Was it true? Viner was like, yeah, we had a bid rejected, just over £1 million. Got a Bristol in a big bet. Can you please give me some reassurance? No, I don't want to give you. I doubt he starts. Tanner was class last weekend. Can't be taken out. Fair. Lewis' opinion on Mount. Mason Mount's probably one of the best players Derby have had. I met Rooney at Derby once. Fair. I've got a draw in a big bet. That could happen. I met the one and only Vidra. I met Vidra. City fan here expecting a good game. Yeah, I'm expecting a good game as well. You do realise the guy chats out his rear, acting like he knows about the club, sitting on his own in the family stand. There's a reason 90% of Derby fans hate the guy. Do you know something, ZK? Do you want to know what the best thing is? All these people that you're trusting and believing, right, know nothing about me. Know nothing about what I've done or where I've been or what I know or who I know. No, absolutely nothing. It's as simple as that. I also don't claim to know anything. I make it very clear. I am not in the know. I don't have any... I don't cause any insider gossip. I don't speak to anybody that I worked with at Derby. I don't do anything like that because I don't want to risk people's jobs, because that is not the way you go about things. That is not the way you go about relationships. But ZK, the simple thing is, you are quite simply an idiot. And it's as simple as that. So we will do this and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, because I assure you, you won't be back soon. Looking forward to today, but not at the same time. Yeah, I completely get you. ZK, go away. If you're going to hate, spot on. ZK doesn't mean you need to hate. Just let him do his own thing. Spot on. Do you know something? The problem with people is nobody wants to be happy. Nobody wants you to be happy, and that's fair fucks. Do your own thing. It's as simple as that. Should be Rob, Dickie, Tanner back 3. Fair enough. Prediction for tonight, 2-1 Derby. Zetterstrom isn't any better than Vickers in my opinion. 50-50. Appreciate the follow, Jack. Met Roy McFarland and Roger Davis. I've met Roy McFarland. Seen what's happened with Forest manager and chairman. Yeah, they're falling out. 2-0 City coming. Let's see. We'll give a good reception. Hope to see him get some minutes. Yeah, they want Big Ange too. Yes. You going tonight? Yes, I'll be there. Eustace said he doesn't want any of our players and takes all of them. That's part and parcel of football. Score prediction 2-1. I've said this before on Walcott's video that Lewis is my trusted Derby guy when it comes to transfers. I don't know anything more than anybody else. I just spend my time finding shit. How many are you going to concede tonight? 12. Appreciate the follow, Ewan. We need Adjumang back. He'll be back soon. What about Derby's injuries now? Pretty much everyone will be back next week, apart from Langas, Brewster. No, Langas, Beck, Ibuka, and Corey Blackett-Taylor. Should be back for Ipswich. Yeah, fingers crossed. You going tonight? Yes, I'll be there. We haven't seen anything of him yet. No, we haven't. Score predictions. I'm going to say 2-1 Derby at the moment. Derby edits. That's my prediction at the moment. And Wilson, yeah, and Wilson, just put CBT on FC25. That's got to be a bronze pack. Up the Rams, I'm going. Welcome in, Lil Spud. Hope you're okay, mate. Make sure you hit the follow button. Evo him, yeah, get him on the Evo. Yeah, man, I'm sitting in North. 6-7 rated. CBT's a silver, fair enough. Should I put Derby in my ACCA? Wouldn't recommend it unless you're putting us down to lose. He's a silver, fair. Lewis, random question, but when you go to games, does he go to your house, you pick him up, meet outside the car? I pick him up normally on the way, or we swap cars, things like that on the way. Got to go now. I'll be back after the game. Appreciate that, Eustace Barmy Army. I will see you after the game. Who do you think will start? I'm going Zetterstrom in goal. Back 5, we're going with Niambi, Sanderson, Langas, and Clark. And Clark. Left wing back will be Elder. Midfield 3 will be Tomo, Ibu, and Ozo. And then the strikers is apparently going to be not Jackson, Vyman and Morris. But at the moment, not entirely sure how true the rumours are. But that isn't necessarily the team I'd go for. If you go and look on my Twitter, that's where the team is. Appreciate the follow, Don. Random but prediction for West Ham Chelsea. Chelsea 2-0. Cov to beat QPR? Yeah. 2-0. No, 2-1. 2-1 Cov. Come on, City, we'll see. We will see, Isla, we will see. You heard about Travis? Yes. He is obviously, seems as if he is on the way to Derby County. Obviously, a deal worth about £1.2 million with add-ons rising to 3 million, but we will see when that deal is finally done. We'll see sort of how it goes, to be completely honest with you. Swansea versus Watford prediction, 0-0, I think. I'm going to the game later. I'm for some reason more excited to go to this one than usual. We usually beat Bristol City at home, to be fair. Appreciate the coins, Millie. Welcome in. Hope you're okay. Random, but prediction for West Ham Chelsea. 2-0 Chelsea. Why aren't your walls plastered? Because I've not got them plastered yet, to be honest, Vinny. Score prediction for Wrexham versus Sheffield Wednesday. Wrexham 3, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Sheffield Wednesday keeper's just got injured, hasn't he? So it's a big problem for them. My assumption, right, is this Vinny guy. that's jumped in on TikTok, I think, is the same guy as ZK, but we'll see. I was at Pride Park around 2, saw Lewis Travis walk in the West End. Fair. Chef went to sign a keeper on loan called Hovar from Cardiff. Yeah, he's not that great though, is he? Let's be honest. We saw him at Forest. Not the best player for me. Prediction for Coventry City QPR. I think I said, did I say 2-1 Coventry, 2-0 Coventry? I think, but we'll have to wait and see. Come on, you Rams, absolutely. Let's see, has any more news dropped while I've been live? Let's take a look. Ben Davies is set to join a championship side. Fair fucks for him. Got to leave for the game now. Another good live. See you soon. Thank you for stopping by, Demetrius. Hope you've had a good afternoon. And obviously, hopefully you have a good time at the game. Yeah, he turned up in a black van and had a hood up. Doesn't surprise me. Ben Davies going Oxford. That's a good move for Oxford, to be fair. Sheffield Wednesday have just signed, are set to sign a few more keepers on emergency loans too, as main keeper is injured. Yeah, their main keeper is actually like a decent. I'd have him at Derby if I'm completely honest. I can't tell if you're joking or telling the truth. Do you know something, Caden? Who knows what's going on in terms of Travis? We know deal's been agreed, but Ben Davies will join Wrexham. He's a Welshman, to be fair. I think in the end he'll end up at Wrexham, but right now, obviously not. I love how straight talking Valerian Ismail is. What's he said now? Love a bit of Valerian Ismail. I don't think anything to do with transfers will be released until after the match. Yeah, I think you're right. What time are you going to the... I'll be leaving my house at just after 6. I will. But yeah, transfer-wise, I don't think anything will be said in regards to Travis or Johnston or anything like that until, let's say, Monday maybe. Might do something tomorrow. It depends how far along it is. Galatasaray have blocked... Give me 1 second. Galatasaray have blocked, have bidded for Leicester centre-back Wout Fares. Fair enough. The truth, honestly, I was getting my ticket for Burnley in the Cup. Fair. Derby going down. We'll see. Did you talk to it? Probably didn't. Back, have I missed much, Lewis? Not really. Just had a bit of a knobhead in the chat, but that's part and parcel. We will see, Dion. We will see come the end of the season. Think Travis will be announced the second the full-time whistle blows. If they don't announce it before the game, I don't think it will be announced until tomorrow, if I'm honest. I've got to go now to go to the game. Have a nice one. Appreciate you stopping by, Derby Edits. Hope you are all okay. Hope you have a good time at the game. Prediction for Southampton Stoke. Southampton 1, Stoke 3. I've got a good feeling about Stoke this season. I'm not going to lie. I have got a really good feeling. Imagine being obsessed with our team. Most of our players you're getting are terrible. Well, let's be quite honest. Travis was your captain up until today. And let's be quite honest. Travis was your captain and one of your main starters. Quite clearly not terrible. Vyman was one of your starters last season until he got injured. Scored, 9 goal contributions last year. Danny Bart started in, 37, 38 games for you last year. So he's quite clearly not terrible. So, nice, thank you. Gutted, I can't go, but taking my mum for birthday dinner. I hope your mum has a good birthday. That's what you get when you used to sleep for a better club. Spot on. I always miss the knobhead. Yeah, you did miss the knobhead, unfortunately, Paul. I think we lose tonight, but with players returning, I can see a positive turnaround. Spot on. We're not losing tonight. Fingers crossed. Big Sir Holy. Stoke looked really good against it. They did. I really appreciate it. I really liked what I saw from Stoke, to be quite honest with you. What do you think about the Morecambe situation, Lewis? First seat manager in football, 30-year-old who has never managed professionally before. What could possibly go wrong? I don't really want to get into it. It's a difficult one to talk about because someone's going to try and spin it to a racial situation. I don't think he should have been appointed. The 2 roles he's had before haven't lasted long under Colo Torre, and I think he spent time with Fabregas. So, Forest have signed Douglas Luiz on loan. Seriously under... Yeah, I really like Douglas Luiz. It's not a sign I wanted to see them do. Derby are not a better club. Get back to me when you've achieved what we have. What exactly? Well, Premier League. We won Division 1 twice as well, Dion. So let's see. All the fans at Blackburn at home were chanting snakes all game. Do you know, the problem is with Blackburn, they don't have many fans. There's only about 5 of them that actually make it to games. It's a bit like Birmingham when they go bad. Like, they all just disappear. Have Morecambe been saved? That yes, they have new owners now who have replaced their manager within, what? I think it was within less than an hour. Quinn, can you take Sanderson back? Fingers crossed. Let's see if he can. Obviously, not sure if there's any link to our keeper here, but Sheffield United have just signed a Swedish defender called Nils Zetterstrom. I actually think it's Zatterstrom, not Zetterstrom. I could be wrong though, Richard. I could be wrong, but could be a decent move for them. It could be. Now. We're favourites with the bookies tonight. Not sure how that's happened. Yeah, no idea either, mate. I don't understand how we can be favourites in any capacity, because we're certainly not in that position to be saying that we're going to be a Bristol City side that haven't lost yet this year, and we've lost both games so far this season. It's Zata, not Zeta. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Bristol going to smoke you. We'll see. I hope Vickers starts over Zetterstrom. I think Zetterstrom will start, I won't lie. Appreciate the follow, Brandon. Welcome in. We'll be favourites because we're at home. Yeah, that could be the possibility, but I don't necessarily think that makes sense, if I'm honest. Oh yeah, Lewis just realised it's Zatterstrom, not Zetterstrom. Appreciate the follow, Joseph. Hope you're okay. Hope you're having a good evening. We'll be live for probably another 20-ish minutes. You guys, we will. Obviously, it's going to be an interesting evening. Bristol City currently sitting 4 points from 2. Derby County sitting 22nd, 0 points from 2. So, difficult afternoon. Hull batter you tomorrow. We'll see. Bristol W. I think there'll be the difference today, and Bristol will come on later. Let's hope. Caden, who even are you? Dion, who actually are you, mate? Let's be quite honest. Who are you? Let's take a look. Who is Dion? Dion looks like he's an old man. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything else about him apart from the fact he looks like an old man. But we'll leave it at that. Leaving from Shittingham soon to go Merlin first. Fair enough. Appreciate the follow, boss. Hope you're okay. I'm 30. Yeah, that's old enough. Dion Sanderson is the GOAT. Taking my own camera to vlog the game tonight but not post it anywhere. Fair enough, Richard. Fair enough. You're coming on here hating on a club your manager left you for. Get out. Yeah, spot on. Shush what, Manny? What is up with you, Manny? Random question, attendance prediction for tonight. I'm saying 28. 29,250, I'm saying. Dion, go for multiplier. Exactly. Derby are terrible. Never won anything. Apart from Division 1 twice. Yeah, I've only done that twice. There's not many teams in England that have done it twice. So, the missus is back in chat. Welcome in, Laura. Welcome in. Why don't you send me over a donation? Why don't you pay for me chips tonight? I think that would be really good, I think. Get out, mate. Blackburn who? Exactly. Paul says hi. Tell me your best ever player, lol. Why do I need to tell you our best ever player? If we've won competitions, best ever player makes no difference. Makes absolutely zero difference, Dion. Zero difference. Travis is choosing the better team. Exactly. It would come off your tongue. It wouldn't really, let's be honest. Going to get battered as per. We will see. You going game? Yes, I'll be there. Let me guess. Shearer, yeah, that's probably what he'll say. Wayne Rooney is bigger than your whole club. He played for our club, didn't he, Josh? So we're in a great position. You going game? Yes, I'll be there. Because you haven't got any. Give me a player. Well, we literally had Wayne Rooney. We had Wayne Rooney. We had Ashley Cole. Like, just go through the history of the players we've had, mate. Like, it's not that difficult. Like, Rooney is bigger than Blackburn. Ashley Cole is bigger than Blackburn. It's as simple as that. Would you count the trophy that we got for second place in League One as a proper trophy? Well, it is a proper trophy. It is. You get one for the playoffs as well. So, yeah. I do sit in the North Stand. That is where I sit. Clueless. As are you, Dion. As are you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with wherever you sit in the ground. You see the same game. Let's not lie. Anybody that tries to sort of think that they're above someone else because they sit in a different part of the stadium is ridiculous. Mason Mount, Wilson, Tamori, Rooney, Cole, list goes on. Exactly, it does. The list goes on. We've won the Brian Clough Trophy way more times than Blackburn. Exactly. Have they ever even competed for the Brian Clough Trophy? Tech Traveller, they absolutely haven't. 3-0 Bristol, we'll see. We will see. We've actually got a Champions League winner in our current squad. We have, by the way. Our attendance will be 28,500 Derby fans, 700 from Bristol. Maybe 10-0 Bristol. You'll be lucky if it's 10-0. You'll be lucky. You will be. You'll be very, very lucky. What's really interesting, right, is ZK got timed out for 5 minutes. Where is he now? It's been 5 minutes. He is not back. Talking of trophies, we've won Bash Charity Vars 20 times. Exactly. What's happening with Saito? Doesn't seem like he's coming towards QPR matched our bid. Harry Wilson and Mason Mount, your best ever players. Not saying they're our best players, but they're very good players that played for our club. Quinn is a salty Blackburn fan. Spot on. He definitely is. It's part and parcel of being a fan of Blackburn, I guess. You just have to be a little bit salty. Although there is some decent Blackburn fans out there, let's put it that way. 10-0 Bristol, wake up, bro. Absolutely. Let's be honest, Blackburn is a joke of a club. No one really wants to be there right now. Support is shit. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, are you? There's a reason why your captain has requested to join us. It's as simple as that. Why can't you just accept the truth? What? The truth that all of your players are wanting to join us? Make it make sense, Dion. Make it make sense. You are right, Lewis. Ryan Brewster is a Champions League winner and is in our squad but didn't play a minute. Doesn't matter how many times they played. Do Derby have a lot of first-team players injured? Yes, they do. They do, yeah. We're Derby Rovers taking over your club, just getting mad because of it. Absolutely. Average manager, but he had you in the top 6 last year, so let's see how it is. Just love how Blackburn fan is in a Derby shoot. Exactly. Going 2-0 Bristol. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we do lose. I'm not going to lie, Louis. Wouldn't surprise me. To that Blackburn fan, you only get 2 fans at your game anyway. We get 30,000 every week, so who's the big... Exactly. Blackburn are a small, tiny club who aren't relevant and nobody really wants to play for them. Nobody wants to see them. It is as simple as that. Let's not talk shy. He's so average. If he's so average, why? Exactly, Josh. Exactly. I'm saying 1-1 realistically. Yeah. If you take bias away, yeah. Who wants to watch Derby? Well, there's like 30,000 people that go to every home game, Dion. So, in terms of attendance figures, we're certainly doing better than you. You're adding 10 on when you got nothing to say. It'll be 30 with the next. It will. 1-1 realistically, yeah. Our away support is more than your home. It is. What a great club. That's why more Blackburn players are Exactly. Blackburn players want to play for us. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. If Blackburn players didn't want to join us, we'd have some conversations to have. But those players are choosing to leave your club, including the club captain, to come and join Derby County. I think that speaks volumes in terms of what Blackburn are at the moment. Let's just put it that way. Let's put it that way. 2-1 City, maybe Isaac, maybe. Hello JD, hope you're okay, mate. Hope you are okay. Are you going to it? Yes, I'll be there. I'll be at the game. I will be. I'll be there later on today. Let's just do this for a second. Link generated copy. Let's chuck this in the chat. If any of you want any gaming stuff, head on over to the YouTube channel. There's a link in the description for all your gaming needs. We'll have something in for a VPN in a second as well. So just give me a second. NordVPN. Let's get that in the chat. If you go through these links, it obviously helps the channel as well. A random question, Lewis. Have you had any problems editing any of your videos? Yeah, I have done at times. But it's normally to do with like audio not working and things like that. But it's pretty alright. That's all Derby are known for, breaking records in the Premier League. Well, at least we've got records in the Premier League. It's as simple as that, isn't it, mate? We've got records in the Premier League. So, welcome in, Mikey. Hope you're okay, mate. Hope you are okay. Who would you start tonight? Zetterstrom or Vickers? I'd start Zetterstrom, to be quite honest. Because, for me, you can't just change your keeper every time they make a mistake. And other than the first goal, I don't necessarily think I don't necessarily think he was that bad, to be quite honest. Obviously had a lot of issues with sort of like the defending side of things and things like that. But we'll sort of see. Blackburn batter tomorrow. We will wait and see. Do you think City will win tonight? Probably. But hopefully not, obviously. Zetterstrom is 100% start for me. If he makes another mistake this evening. Yeah, that's exactly what I think, Richard. You were last in the Prem in 02. Exactly. I think Blackburn have spent more time in the League One than the Prem, to be honest. How are we getting on then? How are we getting on then, everybody? How is everybody getting on? Welcome back, Eustace Barmy Army. Hope you are all okay, mate. Welcome back in. Hope you're okay. I think you should probably have done better with the third goal. Is that the one with... Was that Victor Torp? Or was that the one from the throw-in? Everyone's player is wanting to leave your club. Exactly. Thoughts for Hull Blackburn. Hull 3, Blackburn 0. Who do you support? Derby? Pressed? Yeah, Dion, you're pressed, quite clearly. 3 was the throw-in. Yeah, it was... in terms of the throw-in, I don't necessarily think Zetterstrom could have done better. He tipped it onto the post and nobody followed up, to be quite honest, which I think was the problem. How much longer are you going to be streaming for, Lewis? Till about 5:30, mate. Till about 5:30. Zetterstrom, Elder, Fozzie, Clark and Ward, Ozo and Adams, Brewster, Clark, Vyman and Morris. Maybe. Lewis, interesting thing. ZK has not returned. Yeah, you mute someone for 5 minutes and suddenly they disappear. All Derby haters go elsewhere as we don't need idiots ruin our chat. Spot on. The throwing came off Clark's shoulder, so Zetterstrom's save was better. Shame Bart can't defend. Spot. Yeah, you're not wrong. Always love the Rams. Love you too, Benji. Welcome in. You're going to bring your inflatable snakes again? Yeah, not a Derby fan. I didn't think you was a Derby fan, mate. Didn't think you was. Blackburn, no fans. Spot on. Spot on. No fans for Blackburn Rovers. Absolutely no fans for them. Disappointing for Blackburn, really, isn't it? Disappointing. They get about 5 people through their turnstiles. We did break records, Dion. But when was the last time you was in the Prem? You going to the game? Yes, I will be at the game. I will absolutely be at the game. It's going to be an interesting one. It is going to be an interesting one. You can drop your prediction in the comments if you want, Ash. You can drop your predictions in the comments. Where you sitting? I'll be North Stand, mate. North Stand. Mate, watching from Australia sucks. It's 2 AM for me and 4:30 AM kickoff. Only thing I miss about Derby was the Rams. Yeah, it must be really difficult living abroad. Must be really, really difficult. It must be. I've got there's family friends of mine that live in like New Zealand and Australia and things like that who I see how difficult it can be for them. Lewis, random question, but do you ever get nervous at turnstiles when they ask to check your bags, etc.? Do you not take a bag? I don't take a bag to stop it happening, if I'm completely honest. Appreciate the follow, DCFC Will. Appreciate the follow. Is Abu Kamara a rumour? Or I've not seen anything about Abu Kamara, but if someone finds something and can show me, like, I'll take a look. Appreciate the follow, Benji. Welcome in, mate. Welcome in. I will just take another look on Twitter to see if his shit have him. To be fair, we've got no wingers, so I would quite easily take him. We've had an update in regards to Max Johnston, everybody. We have had an update, so let's get into the update on Max Johnston. Update: Derby County are in negotiation with Sturm Graz over a deal for right back Max Johnston. It's understood active talks are taking place. Derby County tabled a £2 million bid plus add-ons yesterday. Clubs across Europe are monitoring the situation. This is from Anthony Joseph on Twitter. I believe he works for Sky Sports News. So it looks as if we are heading in the right direction in terms of Max Johnston joining. Dion is a bit annoying. Let's do this. Let's do that. There we go. Dion should be muted now for the next 5 minutes. We'll see if he can behave a bit better when he returns. We'll see if he gets a bit better when he returns. But obviously at the moment he isn't. He isn't going to be returning. I don't want to join anybody. Dion, you can say are interesting that we can all reply to. Yeah, he's not said anything interesting and has now been muted for the next 5 minutes. Abu Kamara to Pompey. Yeah, that would probably be a potential move. He was there in League One, wasn't he? Let me just search Abu Kamara. Let's see. I can't see anything. Turn off invites for the live. Yeah, there we go. I don't want to join anybody on live. Let's put it that way. I can't see anything in regards to Abu Kamara. I can't lie to you guys. So let's just leave that one there. Let's see what's going on over here. I've heard Saito. Yeah, it looks as if that's the way, to be honest with you. 5 minutes ain't enough. You ain't wrong, Libby and Connor. You are not wrong. 3-2 win. Rams 3-0 up in the 80th minute. Then we'll just hang on. Let's see. Let's see. Welcome in Rye. Welcome in DCFC Jacob. Is Bruce and Wilson? I think at best they'll be on the bench. I'm not going to lie. Sanderson was ours, but yes, you can keep it. We'll give him you back. We'll give him you back happily. Oh, well, no better than Brewster. Kamara. People have been saying it in the chat, but I've not seen anything about it, if I'm honest. How is Sanderson getting on? At fault for both defeats, really, to be honest with you. Not going too well, let's put it that way. Not going too well. Yeah, so it's been a difficult start for him, but he might figure it out. Welcome in FM Frenzy. Hope you are all okay, mate. Hope you are getting on okay. What players do you think will be on the bench this evening? Vickers, Ward, Jackson, Osborne, Kenzo, Dejon Brown, Fozzie, Rooney. I think there's one more. I think there's one more as well. I'd put Wilden on there, but I don't think he will. Which area in Derby did you live? Mickey, Paul asks. Let's see what's going on in here. Caden Jackson has to start this game over Morris. Josh, you are in the mud. Lennon Wilden the next day, John Brown. I'd have Lennon Wilden in the squad, but I think he'll be playing for the 21s tomorrow. What happened with Saito? QPR came in, and it looks as if he's going there, but we'll wait and see. To be honest, mate, he is decent. There's a reason used to... Yeah, there is a reason he goes everywhere. When CBT meant to be back? About 4 weeks. Will Jackson start tonight? The rumour is suggesting that Jackson will be on the bench with Andy Vyman starting over the top of him. Caden Jackson is our best player, Lewis. You have to see it. I'm not going to comment on that. Vickers deserves a chance. I think he'll get one if Zetterstrom struggles tonight. Charles Abuka, he's injured 4 more weeks. I think Haji Mang has a chance of a start. Not today. I don't think Haji Mang will even be in the squad until after the international break, if I'm completely honest. Brewster, best player. How do you rate Cashin? He only played once for us off the bench, but looked okay. Cashin is very good, but I think he lacks in certain departments. He's got this... he he likes to jump in, he likes to dive in a lot, and you get caught out a lot, and he doesn't have the pace to back it up. But I think he's very good at this level. I think he'll have an impact for you. Random question, Lewis, what time will you be off to bed tonight? Once my vlog goes out, to be honest, Richard. Got update for Max Johnston? Yes. Did you hear the update access? I can do it. I can tell you again if you want. If you need me to. Ajimang, Selverson should feature against Ipswich. I'm not sure if they will. I think it will depend on. Like fit. There's no point risking them for me. So I think it will depend on how close they are. Things like that. I think at best they'll be on the bench. Rich, 3 teams do you think will be relegated from the Prem this season? That is a very, very interesting question. Give me 2 seconds. Let me look at the Premier League. Let me get this right. So, I think Brentford, Burnley, and Leeds, I think. I think McGoldrick scores, then Naki Wells, then Atkins. You've gone way back. Cashin, Clara, and I say Samuel, we have a WWE backline. Yeah, spot on. Be honest, Lewis, do you swear at football? Sometimes. I think we all do. It was Rooney's and Ward's birthday today. It was. Hopefully they get on the pitch tonight. Burnley, Leeds, Brentford, yeah. Could be. I was shocked Cashin was offered 15 mil. He's not Prem quality at all. Solid player. Yeah. Viners, is that his name, the Bristol City centre-back? You go get... Yes, I'll be there, caps lock. Brewster's not still injured. Ward should be given a penalty as a birthday present. We can hope and pray. Yeah, that's the situation with Brewster. Available, but will he play? Who knows? For those of you who missed the update on Max Johnston, Derby County are now in direct negotiations with Sturm Graz over a deal for right-back Max Johnston. It's understood active talks are taking place after the £2 million bid plus add-ons was added yesterday. Clubs across Europe are monitoring the Scottish international situation. That is the current situation. Lewis, can you streak the pitch? Doubt it. Who gets promoted this season? Ipswich, Southampton. I did say Leicester for playoffs, but they might get a deduction. So let's say Coventry. I think Birmingham will be on the edge of playoffs though. Should I do a match day vlog? Don't take my limelight. Yeah, if you want to do a match day vlog, Harry, get one done. Ipswich Saints and Covs playoff, possibly. Coventry will be up there. We should sign Conor Bradley on loan. I don't think he's even a possibility for us, to be quite honest. I've got 2 teams the same as you being relegated, Burnley and Brentford, but I think Leeds will survive. Sunderland will go down, maybe. I think Sunderland will be all right. They've spent a decent chunk. Honestly think 10 million for Cashin was quite a lot. Yeah, I was buzzing with that, I can't lie. Appreciate the follow. Low Kenner, welcome in. I'm not sure about Leicester. I watched them play Wednesday and wasn't impressed. I think they'll be fine, if I'm honest. Appreciate the follow, Robbie. Welcome in. Any news on Koki Saito? Yeah, it looks as if he's heading to QPR now. They've matched our bid. Doesn't Niall Horan support Derby? Yes, he does. He is a Derby fan. Obviously, an Irish Derby fan. We've got quite a lot of those as well. Imagine Travis revealing at half-time. Could happen. Yeah, Niall Horan does support Derby. He does. Lewis, who's a player Derby should splash the bank on? Honestly, I don't. We need a winger. A winger is where I'd look personally. Wouldn't go on loan, I think. Yeah. It's Patrick from School and Field Lane. How you doing, man? I'm all good. Is that PJ? If that's PJ, welcome in, mate. Not heard from you in time. We should sign Andy Halliday. Mbappe on loan. NCFC considering sacking... I'm assuming you mean Nuno. 3-2 Derby, let's see. Travis Snake is not... Yeah, welcome in, PJ. Hope you're alright, mate. Hope you're getting on okay. Obviously, been a while. It has been a while. It has. Belbea. That is... I'm assuming that's Brighton's midfielder's name, isn't it? That's my assumption. That's what I think. Well, it is now 5:30, everybody. I'm going to be hopping off. If you haven't done so already, hit like, hit subscribe. If you're on TikTok, hit like and follow. Make sure you stay tuned for all of the latest content. There'll be a matchday vlog out later over on YouTube. I'll probably be live straight after the game as well on YouTube. So if you haven't done so already, hit like, hit follow. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. But I will catch you after the game this evening. It's going to be a difficult one. I will see you later on. So bye-bye for now. Bye-bye for now. The stream on TikTok is over. The stream on YouTube. The stream on YouTube is now coming to an end. Did you know what happened when the game... someone fainted in the stands. Someone fainted in the stands, FN. Right, but that is going to be it for me. Derby County to win 2-1 this evening. If you haven't done so already, hit like, hit subscribe, turn on that notification bell. I will catch you after the game, maybe on a live stream, maybe on the vlog. I'll probably be live at some point, but I will see you later on today. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye for now.